Hey everyone, this is my products that I regret buying video. And before I get started, I just want to put the disclaimer out there that I'm not saying that these are bad products necessarily. It's just stuff that hasn't personally worked for me. And sometimes it wasn't the product itself, sometimes it's the packaging or some other element of the product that didn't work for me. And sometimes it's more me. It's stuff that really just didn't work for my coloring or my skin. So it's not necessarily that it won't work for other people, but just personally, these things are things that have just been sitting in my makeup drawer or sitting on my bathroom counter that I just don't really use, and I honestly regret purchasing in the first place. And really the point of this is kind of to share why I don't like them and kind of what I've learned through purchasing these products and what I've learned that's kind of helped me to make purchases for the future. So I'll get started with the products. So the first thing is this Milani Shadow Eyes 12 hour wear eyeshadow in winter white. So I'm using this one in Champagne Toast in my current Project 10 pan. I actually got these at the same time. So you can see this one I've gotten a lot of use out of, and this one I don't think I've even ever sharpened. I've just used it a few times. So really my problem with this product isn't the product itself. I do like the product itself. I do like the consistency and how easy it is to apply. My problem is just the white color. And I've tried other sort of white eye products. I've had a liner that I got because I wanted to line my lower lash line with it, or my waterline. I've gotten an eyeshadow that just didn't work for me. So I just think eye products in white just really don't work for me. I don't know what it is. I prefer something that's a little maybe pink shade or more natural, maybe more beige shade or champagne shade. I just think the white looks too stark. I don't know. It just doesn't look natural to me. So I've never really found any white eye products that I like. And I've tried a few, but it's just in general kind of the color more than the actual product that I regret. Another eye product, and this is, I guess, kind of a specific brand, but it's more of a specific issue with eyeshadows. So this is the Urban Decay, and this one is the old packaging, the Urban Decay eyeshadow. So this is the old packaging, and it looks like a Subway token. It's really cute. This is the new packaging. They've made it a little more streamlined, but I remember being mesmerized with the packaging of this. But it's not about the packaging that I don't like. This is the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy Rides Again color. That's a very pretty color. The problem with this and a lot of the Urban Decay shadows, especially ones in the older formula, is the massive glitter fallout. And that's any sort of eyeshadow, eye product with massive glitter fallout is something that I regret buying. And especially this one, you'd apply it, it looks pretty, but then you get glitter all under your eyes, and it's impossible to remove, and it makes you look crazy, especially wearing this during the day. So just in general, any sort of eyeshadows with massive glitter is just something that I regret. So just this one, not the other one. My next item is something I actually didn't purchase, but I did have to kind of purchase to get it. I don't know if that makes sense. But what it is the 500 point perks from Sephora, and it's the makeup ones. And specifically, I have this Laura Mercier one. I've had this for a few years. It came with a primer, a tinted moisturizer, this golden mosaic shimmer block, which for the longest time I thought that this was an eyeshadow quad thing, but really it's a highlighter bronzer sort of product. And then this also came in Eye Basics in Wheat, which is just a creamy liquid eyeshadow product. And really these are full. I honestly haven't really given these a fair chance. I think the Tinted Moisturizer, I really haven't given it a fair chance, but it is a little dark for me. You can see the color of this. So it is a little dark for me. The primer, I have so many primers that I just haven't been able to use this. Yeah, I do plan on using this. So this one I really haven't given it a fair chance yet. The Golden Mosaic, really, I've tried to use this a few times as like bronzer highlighter. It's just really dark. It looks dirty on me. My skin is just too light for this product. For an eyeshadow, I mean, this could work better as an eyeshadow actually, but for its intended purpose, it really doesn't work for me. The Eye Basics in Wheat, I actually let my mom borrow that. It was always too dark and didn't really work for me, and I didn't really like it. So my point with this is, I just think it's really hard to like get any sort of makeup product that's supposed to work like universally for lots of different people. And even though I didn't spend money on 500 point perks, I did have to spend up to $500 at Sephora to get this product, or to redeem my points and get these products. So it is a little bit of a regret to be spending it on stuff that I actually didn't use. So what I've learned from this is, for 500 point perks, I actually prefer skincare 500 point perks. Now, even though everyone's skin's so different and skincare products might not work, it is nice to try out different things, and at least it's not so dependent on the color that's totally not going to work for you. And I can tend to make skincare type of products work versus like makeup that wouldn't work if it's a weird color. So what I've learned here is just don't redeem my 500 point perks for makeup products. So my next products are palettes. And the first one is a blush palette. And this is the Tarantino Dollskin Cheek Palette. I'll show you what the colors look like. And they are very pretty colors. So my issue with this isn't the product itself. I do like all the colors. It's just the blush, the fact that it's a blush palette. I find this is kind of big to have in my makeup bag. It's not something I want to take traveling with me. And in my makeup bag, I tend to only have 1 or 2 blushes. I don't need a lot of variety. And I found that I just don't really reach for this, even though the colors are pretty. I'd rather buy individual blushes versus getting a palette with lots of different colors. So this one in particular, I have used the shades on this end versus these 2 shades. So I'd rather have like picked out individual blushes and colors that I really, really love versus getting a palette that had some colors that I liked more than others, or used more than others. So really, it's just the thought that I wanted a blush palette. And the reason I got this is because I have eyeshadow palettes that I really like, and I was like, well, I don't want another eyeshadow palette. What about a blush palette? But I just have found that this really is something that hasn't worked for me. My next 2 items are eyeshadow palettes. The first one is from Urban Decay. This was their 15th anniversary palette, and it's very pretty looking. So this is the lid of the palette. And then these are all the colors, very pretty colors. And my issue with this isn't the colors themselves. I really like them. The problem is the packaging. This is almost too nice of packaging. You can see it's very bulky. This is not something I want to put in my makeup bag, not something I want to travel with. The lid on this just comes off super easily. This is really something that you just would want to put on your vanity and use very carefully, just have it on display versus use it all the time. But I just see that I don't really do that. I like to have my makeup in my makeup bag, and I like stuff that's super easy. I like stuff that's easy to travel with. So even though I really like these colors, I just see that the packaging has hindered me from really using it. So my lesson with that is to just not get impractical, or not get palettes with impractical packaging. My next item is also eyeshadow palette. It's a kind of crazy eyeshadow palette. And these were kind of big on YouTube a few years ago. And they're these every color palettes. So this one has 120 colors, and it's all super bright colors. And I'm not sure which brand this was. I know like Coastal Scents does these and BH Cosmetics. And I know there's ones out that have more kind of neutral shades. I got like the every color, like orange, every color of the rainbow one. And I thought that, oh yeah, like I will want every single color. I can do any sort of eye look with this. But honestly, I don't use color eyeshadows. I don't know what I was thinking to get this. It's something I played with a little bit, but really haven't ever used. And I never really do like crazy eye looks. So this was just an impractical purchase, something that I'm really never going to seriously use. So the lesson with this one is just to be a little more practical when I'm buying makeup products and not buy something that's completely crazy. So that's all my makeup products that I regret buying. I did this because I didn't actually buy all of them. My last one is a skincare item, and this one might be a little controversial, but I wanted to include it in here because it was quite expensive and it just hasn't worked for me. And what it is the Clarisonic, and this is the Clarisonic Plus. So of course, I had to get the most expensive one. The Plus has like 3 different speeds that you can have it at, and you can use the body and the face brush heads on this. The problem with this is my skin is just too sensitive for this product. When I use it, it breaks me out. It has a timer and it will ding so you move it around the different areas of your face. I find that I have to use like it for half of the time. If I use it for the full time, it will break me out. And also with this product, I can only use it like maximum about 2 times a week. And I just find that's very difficult for me to work into my routine because I have to use it so sparingly. But the other issue with it is if I don't use it, if I forget to use it for a few weeks and use it again, it will break me out again. And I know with skincare products that it's a good sign when it breaks you out because it means it's actually working. Your skin needs to like get rid of all the toxins or whatever, so it will break you out and then your skin will get more used to it as you use it more often. The problem with this is it's just so hard to work it into my routine because I use it I can only use it so little that I feel like every time that I use this again, that it breaks me out again. So this has just been a really frustrating product for me, and it was really expensive, and I thought it would be a life changer, and it just really wasn't. It was more of a hassle and a product that I was almost like scared to use because I was like, oh, do I really want to deal with the hassle of this and the potential breakout from it? So this is just something that honestly now is just kind of collecting dust in my bathroom. And I know that for everyone that wouldn't be the case, but for me, it just really hasn't worked out. So those are the products I regret buying. I'm, again, not saying that any of these are bad products. Just personally for me, it's stuff that hasn't worked for my like personal skin, or it's just stuff that wasn't practical for me to buy. So I hope this was a little bit helpful. Of course, I could have shown one of your favorite products. So, everyone's different and everyone will have different kind of experiences with products, but these are just my personal opinions on these items. And hopefully this was a little bit helpful. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.